Hello, happy Saturday. Hope everyone's doing well. I hope that you've taken advantage of watching the Olympics. They've been very exciting, very entertaining. Can't wait. I think we have today and tomorrow. I'm not sure if we got tomorrow or not, but I think we do. Uh, I'm going to get right back there into them. And I'm not going to keep you that long. Today, we are going to talk about your lead magnet journey. Now, the reason I'm going to do this is because I have a client that she said she was a little bit confused. She had gotten Canva Pro, she had gotten Flowdesk, and she also got Google Workspace for her business email. And I think maybe the Google Workspace may have tripped her up a little bit because there's a lot of pieces and parts for that. So we're going to walk through this, and I am going to be assisted by Claude AI. It worked something up. I'm still not going to humanize these things just yet. Maybe someday I will, but not right now. But I'm going to get over here to Monsieur Claude. Claude's a little bit French, isn't it? I'm going to get over here and I'm going to tell you, have you ever had, like today, have you ever had one of those days where you think that you're real prepared and like 40 minutes before you realize, eek, you're not as prepared as you thought you were. I had the devil get in my head in here. It was just usually you just pan and zoom and it works, but I think there's something to do with the Meet 2 and the Ozbot Center that I'm using. So no worries, I'm not going to go into that rabbit hole because you don't care. But you can see my face here, and if it gets real, if it's over something, I will just bow out of the camera. But your lead magnet system, Claude and I created this. I wish Claude had called it lead magnet journey, but wasn't going to go in and change it this morning. So we got every step, we got every tool, every link in the right order. Okay, Claude. In fact, we had to go back and forth a little bit with Claude last night. And there's an article that I want everybody to read. I think it's concerning AI. I'm going to send it out to the entire list. I'll do that afterwards. I wanted to do it before, but like I say, I wasn't prepared as I thought it was. So here we go. Our lead magnet journey. And I am going to, let me get this a little bit. Wait a minute. Okay, I'm trying to get this. Why is this not? It's not zooming in for me. Oh well, hopefully you can see that. If you can't, it's not okay. My trackpad isn't working and I'm not going to worry about it. So, I just want to say something. We all get worried about, are we going to flub up? Are we going to make mistakes? Are we going to, look like a fool? And the Olympics have really validated me a lot these last 2 weeks. Because if you can mess up on a world stage and walk off smiling and recover, and it does not define you, I certainly can get on a YouTube live, and if something goes wrong, not worry about it. Okay, I will. Oh, I will mention I got a new toy. I got this little thing up here. I don't want to touch it because I don't know how much noise it'll make, but this is a considered a lavalier mic. It's called the Hollyland Lark Lark 2 maybe, or Lark, just say Hollyland Lark. You can Google it on Amazon. Um, it's hopefully it sounds good. I can see that it's picking up. That's the main thing. And I got this because I do want to do some different, get on my couch maybe sometime and just be relaxed, do a little cozy live, or just be able to move around a little bit more. And hopefully, let me know. Let me know if you're hearing me okay. If you're not, then we're in trouble. But I can see it going back and forth on the Richter scale, let's put it that way. So, first off, we design your lead magnet in Canva. And I am doing this the super easy way. Let me get over to Canva. And basically, I have I've created this, I have just crystallized this down to the easiest way you can get your lead magnet into your ideal audience inboxes. There are several ways to use this. There are tons and tons of platforms out there. But for today, for my ideal audience, Canva and Flowdesk work just fine. You don't have to use Flowdesk. You can use Kit. You can use just about any MailChimp, whatever you want. This will work. This system will work without getting you too confused. So you're going to sit over here in Canva, and I think everybody's pretty familiar with Canva. My ICA is very comfortable with Canva, and you're going to create your lead magnet over here. This is my easy button formula workbook. That This is not my design. This is not my design. They're my images. It's my copy, but this is a template. Let's go over here. I'm gonna get back here. Let me go to. Let's just create one real quick. So first off, I do 8.5 by 11 because most of our lead magnets are going to be PDFs, and 8.5 by 11 just makes it easy. I'm going to go to templates. I don't even have to look very far. Look at these. You got some checklists, you've got some workbooks. These don't look like they're in English. I don't know why, but let me just go workbook. Let me see what we get. Insert your workbook title here. It couldn't be easier. It couldn't be easier. And if Canva intimidates you, if you just can't get the hang of Canva, let me know. Reach out. And all my emails you can get on my Calendly. Look in the PS. Um, Hit me up. Get in touch with me. This is what I'm here for. I ain't got a lot to do. Keep me busy, okay? Reach out. We are going to get your lead magnet into your inboxes, okay? Plain and simple. But anyway, back to this. Let's create. Is this a workbook? Yeah, that's a workbook. Ooh, 17 pages. That's a long workbook. But look at that. Let's go back to page 1. Beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Come on. You've got places for them to write down their thoughts. You've got a checklist here. This is an all kind of an all-in-one. You've got a whole bunch of stuff here. But this is easy. If I didn't like your thoughts, I'd say, "What's up?" So easy, so easy. So, if you have any type of problem with Canva, let me know. We're gonna break through that roadblock, okay? So, first off, you're over in Canva, you're gonna create your lead magnet. While you're over in Canva, you're going to create your landing page and your thank you page. This is going to be the process. Let me get over here to Claude. Okay, so we're going to design our lead magnet in Canva. What does Claude have to say? Create your PDF, your checklist, your guide, workbook in Canva. Download it as a PDF when done. Very important. You're going to download that to your desktop. Just make sure you remember where it is because you're going to need it. Next thing, Claude has you going to, okay, Claude wants you to store your PDF on Google Drive. And my particular client, I know, uses Apple products. And I know she questioned about iCloud. I was not successful with iCloud. We got a little caveat here. Why not iCloud? iCloud makes your subscriber, your opt-in person, click through to an extra screen before downloading. Unnecessary friction. Google Drive, one click, done on any device. It's just cleaner. When you use in iCloud, you can use it. It's okay to use iCloud if you absolutely want to, but understand that when you use an iCloud link, your visitor is going to be presented with another screen that says, do you something to the effect, do you have an iCloud? Do you want to put this on iCloud, or do you want to just download it? And that's another piece of friction. A lot of people will get there and they'll be like, oh God, I got to do something else. And they'll never go back and they'll never download the lead magnet. So, any type of friction we want to reduce. So, you've got your PDF lead magnet created, you've downloaded it to your desktop or your downloads. You're going to store your PDF on Google Drive. Now, go up to Google Drive, create a folder. I'm not really going to show you my Google Drive because it's a mess. But if I go to home, you don't, well, yeah, anywhere you go, you see a lot of my stuff. Just go up here, click, create a folder, um, entitle it lead magnets because you're probably going to have more than one lead magnet, etc. You're going to upload your lead magnet to that particular folder. And once you get to that folder, let's go back to Claude. Once you get it uploaded to that folder, you're going to grab a link. Now, it seems like it's going back and forth, but if you just open a notepad or a text edit, let me just go on, and I don't really care. My stuff is, let me just go to my drive. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it my lead magnets because I already have one that says, now it's going to, okay, thank you. I'm just going to open that up. I don't have, I'm going to go back over for you. Let's just go real quick. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, no, I don't have it. Okay, I'm going to go back over to Canva. And this is our lead magnet. Okay, I'm going to go share. I want to download it. I like to use, okay, don't use Ping. I was going to do some. Use PDF standard because you're not going to print it, and just bada boom, bada bing, download. Okay. Now, this may be where a lot of people get a tad bit confused. Let's just wait a minute till it gets down there because it is a few pages. Okay. All right. Save it. Okay. Now, let's go to Google Drive. So, I'm just going to click here. What actually, I'm going to drag my PDF. I hope this is the one, your lead magnet journey. Nope, nope, nope. The easy button formula. Okay, I'm just going to drag that over. Come on. This happens. Oh my God. I hate that when the mouse does that. Oh, it's going to do it. You know what? Just going to go new. Frickin' no, upload. Why is it not doing it? Okay. Oh, well. Why does it drop new or use the new button? Okay. See, this is why you don't do a lot of things live, but here. Okay, so this guy, the important thing is this guy is going to sit up on Drive. And what you're going to do is you're going to go over here, and the link is going to be ugly. I'm sorry. It's an ugly link, but your readers, people that are going to download this from your email, are not going to see it. It's going to be underneath a text link. So you got to go to share. Don't use share. Go to copy link. All right. I'm going to go over to another browser where I'm not logged in to make sure that that's the correct link. It's very long. Let me see what happens. Okay, it's going to make me log in. That's not what it's supposed to do. Let me see. Go over here, share. Isn't this fun when you do things? Okay, here we go. I don't want it restricted. I want anyone with the link. Okay, that's why it wanted me to log in. So I'm going to copy that link again. Viewers of this file can see comments and suggestions. Anyone with the link, they're going to be a viewer. You can, because mine is a workbook. Let me see what happens. I'm going to copy this, go back over here, see if it's going to let me. I want it just to go to Acrobat. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, so remember that because I told you wrong. But here's your PDF, and they could sign in over here to Google if they wanted to save it in Google, or they can download it. There we go, download it, and then they're going to read it. And one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this. The reason why you want to keep it a PDF, and I probably am going to be wrong about this. Okay, I'm going to open this up because my workbook has little spots where you can edit it, where you fill in your answers, actually. I just want to make sure that it kept that format. Okay, okay. Oh, I know what happened. Never mind, never mind. I know what happened. I put it through Canva. But the process is you're going to create it here. You're going to upload it to Drive. You're going to get a very big, long link. And what I suggest is opening up a text edit on Apple or a notepad on Windows and just put the, say, lead magnet and put that long, ugly link there because you are going to need it later. Next, you're going to still stay over in Canva and you're going to create your landing page. Now you got your lead magnet created. That's your masterpiece. You're going to create a landing page in Canva because Canva has websites. And this is what you're going to use to promote on your social, send out to your list. If I go here, I'm going to publish this again, and you're going to see this is a website. This is just a plain old website like any other that you would visit. So you would view website, I'm just doing this to prove to you it's a website. So this is your website, your landing page. Landing pages, lead magnets are pretty much the same thing, okay? Interchangeable words. So what you would do is you would grab this link up here, put that also in your text edit, call that landing page. And if you notice, I always put LP at the end of mine because the next thing we're going to do is create our thank you page. And our thank you page is again created in Canva. And this you can find this anywhere. There's thousands and thousands of templates that you can use. The thank you page can just be do this, copy your landing page and then edit it from there. Kudos for making life easier. Check your inbox. You're just giving them a little bit of instruct them exactly what to do. Here's what happens next. A couple of expectations. Make sure that you explain to them Check your spam. It might be in there. Sometimes I put, if you're on Google, make sure you put me on your primary. You just instruct them to keep you out of the spam folder. Watch for updates. Can't wait to see what you create. Very simple, very simple. So that's your landing page. Once again, you want to publish this and you want to grab that URL. That's your thank you page. We need that link for our opt-in. Now, I'll just review. We've created our lead magnet, all in Canva. It's all pretty. It's exactly what we wanted. We have downloaded it to our desktop by downloads. We have then taken said PDF up to Google Drive, and we have copied the share with everybody link. Now, you're going to say, well, I don't have Google Drive. Google Drive is free. If you don't want to use Google Drive, if you have a WordPress hosted website, you can upload it to your media folder on WordPress. There are different places you can store your PDF. The only thing you need is a shareable link. Now, some people say, why don't you share the link from Canva? Mine needs to be a PDF, and my PDF needs to have little edit boxes so people can answer their questions that's in said workbook. So that's why I don't use Canva. So I have never really, I just haven't been successful in sharing. You can share a template, but that is, again, they're going to get another page that says Inspired Creatives has shared a template with you, and that's going to go right into Canva. And if they don't have Canva, then they're all, a little bit. So Drive is the easiest. You can use Dropbox, but Dropbox, I think, also gives it a extra step. I have to test Dropbox out. So we got our workbook, and we got our workbook link. We made our landing page, and we have the URL of the landing page because the landing page is a website. We have our thank you page, and we have that URL because that's a website. All this is in your little text edit. And now we are going to go over to Flowdesk. Hope Flowdesk did keep me. Now this is my form. I'm just going to go real quick here and show you what is possible. Notice the coordinating backgrounds. So easy to do. If you're using Unsplash, Pixabay, whatever, these are all stock images, of course. One thing with Canva has Unsplash in it. This is going to be confusing. I probably shouldn't even brought it up. Canva has Unsplash in it. They have POC stock. They have a lot of different photos and graphics in there that are stock that you can use. However, they get mad if you just download that image from them. Although you can probably find it if you go to Unsplash or POC stock. But if you don't edit the file, if you don't edit the image some way, they'll give you a warning that you didn't edit this enough, because you're in Canva, and Canva doesn't want to make it too easy for you. So if you see something in Canva and you want to download it, you've got to edit it somehow. Otherwise, just go over to Unsplash or Pixabay, wherever. All these, I'm going to go back over here to really confuse you, but all these, I'm not going to be able to find it here, am I? Info. I'm looking for info. You can find There it is, info. You can find the creator of all these images. And so this is View More by IBN Pro from Gabber Pro. So click on that. You're going to find whatever. Oh, he doesn't have anything. Doesn't look like he has anything. So I'm not sure why that came up. But if you just copied the guy's name, the person's name, and go over to just Google it, and you'll find out where else they have that same image. Because most of these photographers and artists have things saved in different places. So back to Flowdesk. I should have just done this. I put this in the chat so you can download it. There's no, you don't have to give your email or anything. It's free. That's on my website. So we stored everything on. We did the thank you page. Now we're creating the opt-in form over in Flowdesk, and this is where things get important. So this looks like it's finished, but there's a lot you can do here. Okay, I'm going to click on here. This is where you would change the image if you wanted to, but I'm going to stay over here. And I've got everything is here. Let me see what settings is. You really don't have to do much in settings. You do have to put it in a segment because once people opt into this form, you need to have a place for them to go. So they're going to go in a segment. You can have your link. This is important. When I was first using this, I kind of forgot to do this. If you don't change this, edit this to what you want and edit the text, it'll come up with just Flowdesk. If you put it on Facebook or Instagram, there's just going to be Flowdesk as your image. So definitely make sure that you customize this because that's what shows up when you put the Flowdesk link in. So you're going to come over here. You can play around with this. Very, very, very easy. You also got to share here. That is the copy. This is what you want to copy. Again, put that in your text edit because you're going to take this. You do have to do a round trip. I'm sorry, there's no way else to do it. But you're going to do a round trip back to Canva. Okay, I do want to. Okay, so we got our copy. I did hit that right. Okay, we got that. Now we're not ready to go over to Canva yet because we're going to go to our thank you page. Now, Flowdesk gives you this real generic thank you. You can edit it somewhat. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you. Keep, blah, 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 blah. You can add your own little stuff here if you want. Type your custom message. Those are so generic. And we already created that beautiful thank you page over in Canva, didn't we? Remember your text edit? Say thank you. The link that you named, thank you, because you got the lead magnet link, you've got the landing page link, and you've got the thank you page link in your text edit in your document, right? What we want right now is the thank you page link that we saved. So in order to use that beautiful thank you page instead of this generic stuff, and I think if you use the generic stuff, it just feels like you phoned it in. The thank you page is so powerful. It's such valuable real estate that you not only give them next expectations, you can give them an upsell. It's maybe a very, very low $7. I wouldn't even go up to 27, but because you don't know these people, they just got on your list. So you don't want to start selling them, but you could give them something like, if you need help now, um, set an appointment, let's get a discovery call, whatever get a consultation, it's free, and put your calendar link there on the thank you page. It's a lot of good stuff you can you can do on that thank you page. Otherwise, if you just use Flowdesk and everybody's like this, Kit is like this, MailChimp is like this, everybody, this is agnostic. If you just use this generic one, it just doesn't look that professional. So in order to get the URL thank you page from Canva, you're going to go up here to redirect, and there is, ta-da, that is your thank you page. I'm even going to, if I click out of it, I just want to make sure it goes all the way over. TY means thank you. So now you can go over here. You're going to copy that. I'm going to put it on. We're not quite ready, but I just want to show you what it looks like when you put that link up there. Okay. All right. So now we've got our opt-in form. Woo! Almost forgot what I was going to say. Okay, now we got to go back over one more time. We got to go back over to Canva. And we're going to go to our landing page. And this is kind of the beauty of, I'm going to just pontificate here for a minute. I got 15 minutes. Everybody loves Canva. I'm in love with Canva. It took me a long time to get, it was rinky dinky. I was a Creative Cloud person. I used Photoshop. I used Illustrator. I didn't need Canva. Okay, well, it's 2026 and Canva is pretty much doing it. Canva has had websites for a long time. They're beautiful. You can use them, as you can see, for your landing pages and your thank you pages. You can create, I have a ton of one-page websites, and I'm biased to one-page websites in 2026 because everybody scrolls. It's just so easy. You don't need the multi-page websites of old because they just confuse people on mobile. So the only thing Canva doesn't have, and I've gone to their feedback, their wish list, whatever. Give us some freaking forms, please. Give us some forms. Give us some forms. There is a third-party person that does. You are able to get a form, opt-in form onto a page, but it does require Zapier, and a lot of people are allergic to Zapier. So, Canva, back to Canva because we're not talking about how to get that link over here yet. Canva did something last year where they go, oh, we have forms. Okay, they don't have forms. Don't worry about it. Don't use their forms because when a person opts into a form that's made in Canva, they're going to go onto a spreadsheet that Canva has spreadsheets now, if you didn't know. They're going to go onto a spreadsheet. It does nothing for you. You now have to download that spreadsheet, um, import it into your email service provider, and that's too much work, okay? That's just too much work. So remember, we have our Flowdesk opt-in form link. We saved that, and it can be a MailChimp link. It can be a Kit link. It can be a Kajabi link. It can be anybody's opt-in form link. What you're going to do, this little magic thing, is you're going to come over here. You're going to click on your button, and you're going to click on both the text and the actual button around it. Don't group your text and your button because you will lose the ability to find the link. So this is what I do. I'm going to click on my text first. As you can see, I already have my link. I'm going to edit the link. As you can see right here, I'm sorry, that says Flowdesk right there. That's my easy button. Let's see how it ends. That's my easy button formula opt-in. So now when I click on this, and I'm going to show you that in a minute, I'm also going to put the same link on the button area, because if you know how people are, sometimes they will click within the on the text, sometimes they'll click over here. That way they're wherever they click in that area, they're going to go where they're supposed to go. Let me see, did I share this? So now you've connected your opt-in form, your Flowdesk opt-in form to your landing page. You have also connected your thank you page over to your Flowdesk opt-in form. I am going to publish this. Just give me the link. Just give me the link. Come on. Just publish it. It just take a minute. Okay, so I'm going to publish this. I think I had it on the other on. Okay, I'm going to go back over here. I think I have it over here, don't I? No, I don't. Here. Nope, that's the wrong one. We'll go here. Okay, so this is my Easy Button Formula landing page. Bada boom, bada bang, straight away. So you have put this on your Instagram, you're promoting it over on your LinkedIn or your Facebook, wherever you're hanging out, not wherever you're hanging out, wherever your ideal audience is hanging out is where you're going to promote this, okay? So they're going to read it, say, oh, wow, that's cool, 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 cool. I need this, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. You see my ugly mug, yada, yada, yada. You got another, always repeat your buttons. And then down here, you click it. Guess what that is? The Flowdesk opt-in form. I'm going to do this live. If it's not hooked up, it's not going to work. So I'm going to go Mona, and then I'm going to go Mona 4. I'm not going to do that. Not going to do that. I'm going to go monaathome.com. It might, because that's fake. Okay, get the workbook. Bada boom, bada bing. There is your thank you page. Everything's hooked up. Everything, kudos. Check your inbox, yada, yada, yada. So you wait a couple of seconds. They go straight to their inbox, and your lead magnet should be there. I just put in a generic. I put in a fake email, so you're not going to see that. So everything's hooked up. The only other thing you have to do now is go back. You're finished with Canva. The next thing you're going to do is the final thing you're going to do. You're going to sit over in Flowdesk now. You're going to make a workflow that is going to deliver your lead magnet. And I'm going to go to here just to show you. I have to pause it. Okay, remember that I said you have to put them in a segment. When the person fills out their name and their email and clicks the button on the Flowdesk opt-in form, immediately in Flowdesk they get tagged, or they get put into a segment. Tags and segments are the same thing. They're going to get put into a segment called Form Easy Button Formula Lead Magnet. So not only have they gotten dumped into that segment, as soon as they get dumped into that segment, this fires off the delivery email. Okay? So we're going to come down here, and you've already got this. This is what you do before you do anything else. You're going to create a delivery and nurture sequence, email sequence. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to show you. Download your workbook. Remember that we stored our PDF workbook or our PDF cheat sheet, whatever your guidebook, whatever you create as your lead magnet. You've already got that link from Google. remember, you put your lead magnet up into the Google and you got the share button, you got the share link. It's in that text file because we're keeping everything nice and neat. Now you're going to go here into Flowdesk and you are going to, what I am going to do, I'm going to do this. No, I'm not. I'm going to do this. Come on. Okay, there it is. It's not, just okay, let me copy that real quick. I'm just going to put this anywhere. This is already linked, but I'm going to make a new link for you. I'm going to call it download real quick. So you just highlight that by double clicking. You got your link icon here. Grab that. Remember, we have this is the actual PDF, and in Flowdesk is unique to this. They always want you to do a return to get it in there. So now this is a link that's going to send them as soon as they get this. I should have had an email. Sorry about that. Let me just see. Okay, hold on. I'm going to find an email real quick for you, okay? I'm going to do something. But that's it. We're done. Okay? We are absolutely positively done. And let me see if I can get lead magnet journey. Okay, not really. Okay, well, I don't have a email to double click on the, oh, yes, I do. All right. I am going to show you, I'm not going to show you that. Okay, so I don't want you to see that. Okay, let me see. I'm trying to do this so you don't see the actual person, but I don't think it's going to let me do that. Let me get up there. No. Oh, sorry. I'm not going to do that because it'll reveal my client's email, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to take that chance. So, anyway, guess what? We're just almost at time, and I feel like I've probably confused you even more. Let me know. Let me know in the chat. Anybody confused? I am very good at that. But that is your lead magnet journey. And I know that it's a lot of, no matter what you do, no matter what email service provider you use, you're going to have a little bit of jumping around back and forth. Now, number one, I want you to let me know how this thing, I hope it sounds okay. It was $99. That's rather inexpensive for a mic. I know that mics are pretty expensive. I'm on the cheap side. I am really a cheapskate, so I get the cheap stuff. But it works. Until I'm like famous and making a whole bunch of money, I'm not going to invest a whole bunch of money. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this little thing is okay, and the quality is pretty good. So what I'm going to do now, as soon as I get off of here, I'm going to send everybody on my list this article by, and you may, it's either Mark Schumer or Mike Schumer. Did I put that anywhere? Lead magnet, lead magnet. No, I did not. I was going to put it up here. Hold on. Okay, Mark, no, Matt Schumer. I'm sorry. Matt Schumer, full article. I want you to read this today or sometime. Let me see. Okay. All right. It's on X, but it's also on his website. I think he probably has a Substack or something. Just look up something big is happening by Matt Schumer. If you're on X at Matt Schumer underscore, actually. But if you look up something big is happening, it's going to come up in several different ways to read it. It's not that long, but it's about AI and what you should be doing right now. Um, I I read it, and actually this thing went viral for some reason. I think that a whole ton of people have been saying what this guy is saying, but maybe he just, crystallized it better than what other people are saying. But the gist of it is that you need to, if you are in the job market, I don't know how more emphatic I can say. If you are in the job market, if you got some years ahead of you, what this man is saying is you need to be preparing now, because if knowledge workers, white collar workers, if you're coming out of college, the entry levels, they're going to be gone. And he's saying at least, start using AI, playing with it, for an hour a day. Um, I feel that sometimes I feel like, well, everybody's into it, but that's because I'm around people that are into technology, and, the average person may not be using AI. They may be using it as a search engine, or they may be using it to, I don't know, make cat pictures or something, but you need to start playing with it and seeing what it can actually do. I am just blown away that I can make apps. I am just blown away. All I have to do is talk to it. What I do is I talk to Claude, and I ask Claude to create the prompt, take it over to base 44, but there's like 1,000 different other ones you can use. And you just really quickly, in bam, you've got an application that works. But the point being of this article is that it's a seismic change. It's a change like no, like never before. We had the industrial revolution. We had the technology revolution. In each of those revolutions, there was a place for people to go. Industrial, they came off the farms, they went to the cities, they worked in the factories. The technology, they went from typesetting, let's say, to using Photoshop and Illustrator and whatnot and what have you. Um, this time, people are going to be eliminated. And I don't know how this disruption is going to go. I always say, my sell by date is coming up. It's rapidly approaching. I mean, I'm not worried about it. I don't want to see the disruption. But it is coming faster than we think. And they talk about it as these things are these things are getting so much better. And I can see that. I can see that. If you used Claude a year ago, this thing is getting a lot better. They're all getting better. And I'm going to look up this article that the CEO of Anthropic, that's one that created Claude, he has on the New York Times, he had like a podcast interview where he was pretty profound. And supposedly somewhere he has created some 20,000 word diatribe, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if I can read 20,000 words, but I'm going to try. But Claude is the one that's supposed to have the ethics. Claude is supposed to be, they're trying to keep the guardrails on. They've already gotten in a conflict with um, the government, the Department of Defense, um, contracting because government doesn't want any guardrails in the defense. I don't know how much everybody has investigated this, but there's some stuff going on that is going to just change the world so drastically. And I don't know that it's going to be advantageous to everyone. And I think that the people that are creating this, they don't care if it's going to be advantageous. If it's advantageous to them, and if they make a lot of money and they already have plans what they're going to do with it, they're going to be immortal. They think they're going to be immortal, I guess. But nobody is saying enough about what the rest of us are going to do. And I'm talking about governments, I'm talking about corporations. They're not saying what the common man is going to do. What is our benefit going to be from this? If it eliminates your job, how are you going to survive? So I just don't think, I know that everybody's talking about how fast this thing is going. If you watch Bloomberg for even a couple of minutes, it's AI, AI, AI. It's $100 billion on the daily. Hundreds of billions of dollars just spinning around on the daily. They're just making this kind of money. And nobody is saying, what is the common man? What are the masses going to do? There has to be a plan for that. I don't hear any governments talking about that. I don't hear any corporations talking about that. I think the government we have right now wants all the guardrails demolished. And I don't think that the government we have now gives a good holy shit about what what happens to the rest of us. And I'm going to end on that because I'm just going to end on it. That's my feelings, and I'm not afraid to, voice my feelings. All I can say is get into AI and start using it, figuring it out. All you got to do is talk to it, um, make it create stuff for you, but get ahead of the curve. Like I say, I got no dog in the fight. I'm retired. Like I say, my sell by date, is right around the corner, figuratively speaking. And but I got, son, grandson, nieces and nephews. I got a lot of young people that I love, and I want them to survive this. Uh, but it's going to be different. It's changing, and it's not changing quietly. So, hey, I'm gonna watch some. What am I gonna watch? I'm gonna watch the Olympics. See if they're on. They should be on in just a few minutes. So, hey, I hope this. Let me know. Let me know. Is any of this helpful? Did I confuse you? I very well may have confused you even more. But yeah, let's grow our lists. Okay. Ta ta.